Greetings, mortals, and welcome to World of Warcraft Non-Classic.
So today, just as a bit of a heads up for anyone who's curious what's going on with me, I did just finally put up an announcement in the Discord. The link is down below somewhere. I'm going to be making some changes to the way that I handle my content in the future, and hopefully I'll be successful in making that transition. I've already got some ideas for things that I want to do that are larger scale, and the way that I was handling the channel I don't think was necessarily I don't think that I was optimizing for the kind of content that I want to make in my personality, and for a variety of reasons. So today we are going to be continuing with the war story, the war campaign, to its conclusion, because the conclusion of the war campaign is out. I'm kind of anticipating this being like a Game of Thrones late, like, final season situation where it's like, you know, people were like letting things slide for a long time with the hope that it ends up going somewhere great, and I'm guessing that it will not. I have not gotten any spoilers about it. I know that it involves Sylvanas in some way, shock, but that's it. I've seen some like titles about Sylvanas, but I don't know anything about the details of what happens, or even the very basics of what happens. So I probably should have read that, sorry. So I'm going to read these things out loud. So, Ark, we must speak of the Horde and the War Chief. The war has proven costly. The battle against Estrara drained the little resources we had left. The Horde is divided once more, and the Alliance fares little better than we do. Sylvanas is now in a position to destroy everyone she considers an enemy. That means us as well. I'd hoped that my old friend would see reason, but now High Overlord Sourfang is rallying those of us who remain, including some unlikely allies. Oh, so I need to now talk to you.
We have made many sacrifices.
Does she have a sudden merge? Oh, cutscene. Alright, I'm just gonna mute myself.
Sylvanas' actions have threatened us all, and day by day, her power grows. If our world is to survive, we must strike while we still can. Meet with me, and we will speak.
So few.
How many can you provide?
Enough for one final assault. If that fails, we're done. If we end her reign, what kind of war chief will you be?
The horde I joined was birthed in blood, tainted by corruption. The road that led to the Dark Portal was long and wide, paved with the bones of innocence. We called it the Path of Glory. That was the great lie upon which the Horde was founded. That anything we did was honorable. Thrall, Rosen, they were not the true heirs to Blackhand's bloody legacy. Sylvanas Windrunner is.
No. No, this is the Horde. Led by you. Someone who has
Honor. I've never known honor. They deserve more. But the Horde is doomed to be shackled by the chains of the past.
The Horde has no exclusive claim to regrets. Arthas, Dalen, the ghosts of the past haunt us as well.
We could not fill the chasm between the Horde and Alliance if we labored 1,000 years. You know this.
Then what are we fighting for?
Soldiers, on your feet!
Start breaking camp immediately!
Lord Sourfang?
Zakan, where is our home?
Orgrimmar?
Not our city. Our home.
Azeroth.
And ours?
Azeroth.
Right now, there are only two forces in this world that matter. One bent on harming our world.
And one that will protect her.
So, what are we doing?
Breaking the cycle.
Well, that was interesting. Not entirely sure what he was going for there, but I guess we'll see. So Sourfang, so that was Sourfang. I did not realize that was Sourfang. I didn't even recognize him. I thought it was Thrall. It's like, oh, old man, it's got to be Thrall. And it's like, oh wait, no, that's not Thrall. He just said Thrall's name. This is going to be interesting. I'm glad that Anduin at least pushed back against that idea about the Horde, because it's like, you know, I can understand Sourfang having that feeling, but I don't want the narrative to be pushing the idea that the Horde is fucking inherently evil, because, you know, the Horde is a bunch of thinly alluded to people of color, and the Alliance is all white people. Right? It's not even thickly veiled. So it's like, yeah, not great to present the Horde as the bad guys, just generally. So we'll see. So we have much to do, Rock. The Banshee moves swiftly. Because that's totally Sourfang's tone of voice, right? Sylvanas' loyalists have collapsed part of the canyon path to Orgrimmar. Our forces are now cut off from each other. We need to reinforce our front line, or the Banshee will pick us off at our leisure. We have come too far to be slain by 1,000 cuts. Gazlan, one of the Alliance's gnomes, believes that we have an answer. You'd best figure out you'd best ensure the plan doesn't backfire. Gazlo.
The Horde will endure.
King Rin, may we speak?
Of course.
Our sister is patient. She knows we have precious few soldiers left. While we lay siege to Orgrimmar, she will whittle away on numbers. But Sylvanas is not the only threat we face. The old god has been freed.
Greetings.
I can hear his whispers, sense his unseen
We
tendrils
stand
thriving all around us.
I know, Illyria. What are you suggesting?
Sylvanas commands what may be the only army capable of defeating Azar. For the sake of Azeroth, perhaps we should stand aside and let her.
Your sister will not fight for us, Illyria. When Sylvanas realized the war was on the cusp of ending, she lured both fleets into Ajara's hands. Not to find victory, but to meet death.
In the end, death claims us all. Eitrid told me those were among the last words Sylvanas spoke to Vol'jin.
We cannot wage two wars. Sylvanas must fall. Here. Now. Before all is lost.
It shall be so, my king. Barisa and I will scout her line for weaknesses. Good luck to all of us.
Alright, so it's a good thing that I stuck around for that, because that would be bad to miss. So I'm not entirely sure what happened with Azara. I think we killed her. I don't think I did that raid. So she's probably dead and bad things and Mindbot. So this probably deals with the very amusing. So I just keep spamming 2 while moving forward. So I just have to go to this and hit 3 and that's all good. Okay, so now again I don't know anything about what's gonna happen with this. You are unable to move. Ride the wyvern. Where is the wyvern? Oh, there we go. Hiding behind the griffin. That looks really cool. Why does it have glowing green eyes? It's a little weird. So it looks like we are besieging Orgrimmar again. Because of course we are. Don't worry, you guys. This isn't Garrosh 2.0. No problem. It's all going to be fine. It's going to be super interesting. Trust us. We're just going to have Siege of Orgrimmar 2.0. God. Because it's literally Siege of Orgrimmar. Oh boy. So...
now is not the time for pleasantries.
Suspicious crates. So none of this stuff is terribly plot relevant, I don't think. I should have at least read the... There we go.
The city from the west.
And leave you here unguarded with them? If I wanted to harm him, I'd have done it in the stockades.
No one knows Orgrimmar's defenses better than Salafang. We need to trust each other if we are to succeed.
Very well. But the balance is clever. Dividing our forces might play right into her hands.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done it in the stockades. It's not a great argument when you're now in a position where you can kill him without necessarily having any retribution. Da-da-da.
Be careful who you trust. A wise decision. We can do so more effectively from higher ground. Lord Admiral, might I ask about the spellcraft you employed at Lordaeron? The levitating warship?
Would you believe me if I told you it was a Coltiran trade secret?
Summoning the ship, perhaps. But as for the enchanted cannons...
I just want to hear them talk shop, actually, about magic. Like, I legitimately just want to listen to them talk shop. Oh, right. This is... not actually... Okay, this is very confusing. I'm trying to play this game like it's friggin' Final Fantasy XIV, because I haven't played a melee on this game in such a long time. So, whoops. So, okay, gotcha. I don't need to... I don't have combos. I have energy, and I expend my energy... Haha, you have shitty dynamite that can be interrupted. Get wrecked. Oops. I don't have my stuff bound the same way that I do in this as classic, because I now have this new new mouse, so I don't necessarily need to do things the same way. So in this, I actually have forward and back to my mobility moves, but I don't do that in classic, because I don't have any mobility moves, really. Blink is control center click, because that's always what blink is for me. Where, oh, where have the So what button?
I'm out of range.
I don't even know what that button does. So that's forward, shift. Oh, that's shift center click. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so now I don't have to loot every corpse manually? What is this? Wait, was that an Alliance Shaman? What is this? Inconceivable. Hacks.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord. Aldiel Shalar. So, we are to strike from the north. Sound plan. There is no telling what treachery Sylvanas has in store
She
for us.
fought beside you for many years, both in life and in undeath.
Is that a sound
You must
plan?
know her well.
Perhaps I did, long ago. But now... Our forces are few in number. We must make use of the surrounding terrain when we assault the gate.
The Sentinels have made use of that terrain for millennia. Our knowledge of the land was old when the Fastriders were young.
Yes, of course.
The strategies here actually do not make any sense. They're trying to encircle, but they actually have fewer troops. You can't encircle the enemy when you have fewer troops, because all you're doing is giving them the ability to just have their troops smash into your front line and rout either side at their leisure without your reinforcements being able to arrive. It's a really stupid idea. They don't have sufficient troops for it. But, I mean, you can't siege someone if you have a weaker army. So the idea that we are somehow outnumbered to begin with is kind of a ludicrous thing, but it's fine.
High Mountain stands. There is little my Eagle Riders can do while Sylvanas controls the skies. But we can still defend Thunder Bluff. G is already there, tending to Bane's wounds. He said he has seen Orgrimmar under siege once before, and does not wish to relive it. We will stand beside our Tauren king, and await further orders from Sarfang. Earth Mother, watch over us all.
Oh, there's suspicious crates that I need to remove? I didn't even notice. Oh, god damn it. So now I'm gonna have to fight all these people again. Oh, this is a thing that I have to periodic... Yeah, gotcha, okay. So this was something that I was supposed to do alongside the other thing, and I just wasn't paying enough attention, so thanks for me. Mistakes were made. So I've given all the orders. Now I just need to click on crates. Unfortunately, all the crates have a dude next to them, so... Wasted a global there. It's fine though. Sorry about the noise in the background. Did I actually get the crate done? Looks like it. Maybe question mark. Oh, good. I hope that the next expansion does not involve... I'm hopeful that they're going to remove the factions entirely. When I'm actually playing on WoW Classic, I'm enjoying the PvP, but what I really want in WoW Classic that does not exist is I really want just free-for-all PvP. I would love a full-on PvP server. That would make me so happy. Like a Ralos Zek style PvP server where anyone can murder anyone would be so great, because we keep seeing all these alliance and we're just like, we just want to kill you. You exist. You stand in our way. You're interfering with our ability to get quest mobs. We want to just kill you. But we can't. I think that would be great, but unfortunately, no. Okay, it's time. We've done all that we can to prepare. Look to Argar, etc., etc. Begin the battle. Sure, for the Horde, whatever. Says the freaking demon hunter who doesn't give a shit about the Horde or the Alliance. Cutscene. I'm gonna mute myself.
Varrock, it's time. Those who defend Orgrimmar are Horde as well. Our brothers and sisters. These warriors have sworn to fight. For you. Many lives will be lost. Or perhaps just one. Sylvanas Windrunner! I challenge Mak'gora!
A traitor leading traitors. Why should I accept your challenge?
You want to make me suffer. Brother, you cannot win. My old friend. You and I. We don't get to hide.
I set you on this path.
And we knew where it could lead. Walk with me. The rest of the way. Let it be finished.
The High Overlord falls. I trusted you. And so did they. Death comes, old soldier. And all their hope dies with you.
You cannot kill hope. You tried at Teldrassil. You failed. Hope remains. You set us to kill each other at Lordaeron. You failed. Here we stand. You just keep failing. The Horde will endure. The Horde is strong.
The Horde is nothing! You are all nothing!
For Azeroth!
could see yourselves as I see you. Toy soldiers in tin plate. Beasts who howl for honor, standing as one. Savor it. Nothing lasts.
What do we do now?
We bring him home.
The beauty of Eversong endures. What I do for Quel'Thalas.
Regent Lord, what manner of magic did Sylvanas use
The
against
light of the
Saurfang?
sun. I had hoped either you or Thalysra would have the answer to that question.
I had myself muted this whole time.
Was it unlike any magic I've ever encountered?
I'm gonna keep myself
I
muted.
could sense none of it, even in her presence.
Then she must have only recently acquired it, or simply waited until now to reveal it.
Either way, it does not bode well for us. Whatever she is planning, she no longer needs the Horde to achieve it.
I guess the Lustro will probably teleport me. Nope. But yeah, this is going in an interesting direction, to be sure. I'm more confused than anything about the direction that they're going with this, but we will see how it goes. Maybe it'll go great. Probably not. I haven't been terribly impressed with Blizzard's storytelling generally, but That's interesting. There's a... This didn't used to be this. Holy shit, when did this come out? There's a portal to all these cities? When did that happen? It's interesting that there's a portal to Silvermoon, but there isn't one to Thunder Bluff. What the heck is it? I don't remember this place. Has this place always existed? So these are portals that are not currently active, but will be active in the future. They future-proofed the design of this portal area. One horde! Interesting. So, I can't imagine that that goes particularly different if you side with Sylvanas earlier, since there isn't really any fight with Sylvanas and the rest of the Horde. She just kind of... Well, that's interesting. So he's loyal to Sylvanas. So I guess I stand corrected. It looks like if you're loyal to Sylvanas, you actually do get a separate thing. She doesn't have you keep pretending to be working. Oh, that's why I can't fly. I can't fly because I'm not on a flying mount. That explains a lot. I was wondering about that. One second. I have my... It's been so long since I spent any time over here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to fly to Thunder Bluff, I guess? Yeah, we'll just fly there. So we're going to pop to Thunder Bluff and get this quest done, and it'll be great. And there's apparently quests here. Vision of Time, A Royal Occasion. Neither of those are important. They're not the right color to be important. So that's super interesting. I wonder who's going to end up being War Chief. After this. They might go back to Thrall. They might kill off Thrall. It's really unfortunate that they killed off Sourfang, honestly, because Sourfang is one of the only good characters on the entire, like, Horde side. Like, Bane doesn't have enough character development to be interesting, and frankly, neither does basically anyone else in the Horde. The only people that got any character development are, like, the chaotic, evil, like, undead monstrosities. Everyone else didn't get any development. So it's going to be weird to see where they go from here with the Horde, because it's like, who's left? They kind of just wasted so many characters. Because there's so many Alliance characters that have been really built up a lot and have very meaningful characteristics, but really there hasn't been that. That hasn't been done with the Horde, right? The Alliance has 1,000 characters with interesting, like, development over the last few years, but outside of Sylvanas, they just keep randomly killing people off. And, you know, Sourfang was always, you know, an important character in the Horde. I guess they've been trying to build up this, you know, random new troll guy, Zappy Boy. They've been trying to build up Zappy Boy, but, like, he's such a new character, right? So they had to bring Thrall back because there aren't any other orcs that anybody knows the name of. Can you name another orc other than Sourfang and Thrall? Or Garrosh, who's already dead. Like, it's just kind of interesting. It's interesting how little development they give. Whereas, like, you know, how many humans are there? And some of them they'll, like, claim are, like, neutral third parties, right? Like Dalaran. But now Dalaran is not a neutral third party. Dalaran would never allow the Horde to actually win against the Alliance. That would never happen. So let's talk to Dane.
We serve as caretakers of the sky. He risked his life to save mine, and gave his life to save the Horde. Go, champion. We will meet you in Orgrimmar to honor the memory of Varrock Saurfang.
I'm pretty sure that I have a cape that allows me to teleport to Orgrimmar, but I don't know where it is. There it is, rapidly. There we go. Just land over here. And use this to teleport back to Orgrimmar. And it'll all be great. You know, I have a lot more money on this version of Arctole than I do on the other version. Holy shit. Where's my piece of gear that I started with? That's what I have, probably. Looks like the right location. Okay. So this person's supposed to be in front of Orgrimmar. I'm actually going to go ahead and mute myself again because this construction's really loud.
The eternal sun still guides us. Baladash Malanore. Silvermoon will know prosperity again.
Press B to honor Saurfang.
Son of Koruk, Supreme Commander of the Might of Kalimdor, High Overlord of the Horde. He led the charge against the Lich King. He defended our world from the Legion. Saurfang inspired all of us to strive for true honor, and his legacy will live on in our deeds.
When the Alliance and Horde marched on Ahn'Qiraj, it was Saurfang who valiantly commanded our combined forces. Today, his courage saved thousands of lives on both sides of the battle. His sacrifice will never be forgotten.
You have earned your warrior's death, old friend. Now, greet your son with honor and glory. Saurfang and I spoke much of honor in the Horde, of our path forward from this crossroads. I never thought we would have to walk it without him. It falls to us to decide what the Horde will become. Azeroth needs our strength now more than ever. Grieve for Safeng, and make ready to defend the world he died for. Well met. For Azeroth.
So is that the whole thing? I guess it is. So... yeah, not... They're so interested in keeping everything secret and keeping Sylvanas' motivations a secret that it's really undermining their storytelling. Because there's no real coherent reason for her to have just randomly, like, rage quit there. I mean, she's acting like a child, right? Like, she had a temper tantrum there. Like, he didn't have to work very hard to get her to basically denounce the Horde. Like, that was really easy. So she's supposed to be this smart character, but is a complete moron. But it's unclear what her intentions are still. So I feel like we've got the conclusion to the war campaign, but all it's doing... it hasn't concluded anything, really. All it's done is killed off Sourfang, but hasn't really... we don't even know what we're going to be attempting to do here. So, okay. Well, I thought that there would be more of a conclusion to a plot thread here, instead of it just randomly stopping in the middle. I still have the, you know, N'Zoth thing going on. The Gift of N'Zoth. So I still got the Gift of N'Zoth. Nothing new happened with that. So I guess that's going to be it for right now. I got some other stuff I need to do. Got some projects that I need to start writing out scripts for and figuring out how I want to handle them. And so yeah, I guess that's going to be it for right now. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to stream for you today. I believe that I'm going to be doing probably a relatively long stream tomorrow of WoW Classic. We've been playing intermittently, and tomorrow I think we've got scheduled to do some more. There'll be more PvP action there, some more highlights, things like that. But I'm also going to be working behind the scenes to do some projects that I should have done years ago that I never got around to, that are more advanced, like mechanics and things projects, because the kind of content that I make just sort of mechanically, these long live stream things, are not actually optimized for the kind of like for my brand, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm very much the math and statistics guy, and having to dive through a 4-hour live stream to find the 5 minutes of me explaining in-depth details of the way that mechanics work is not optimal. And so I'm gonna try to transition over to more coherent sort of like more coherent content in terms of like statistical analysis and like, okay, well, here's how to do X, Y, or Z, things like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for right now, probably for today. So thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure streaming for you today, and I hope to see you all again next time when we will hopefully be murdering folks. Later.